Welcome to Sammy C. Press. Today we're going to talk about picture books. Picture books are an amazing way to introduce young ones to reading. Make it an adventure, visiting the library a few times each month as explorers, looking for hidden treasures and adventures. Each week we would go to the library and bring home a box of books, and we would read them throughout the week. When I brought home recently for this video the picture books, Sammy C. number 2 saw one of his favorites and pulled it out of the stack, quickly snuggled up and read it through, even though he is now an adult. There are such warm memories attached to these times when we get to spend with each other reading. Make sure that you're feeding your young ones' minds and hearts with these precious moments together as you build your love for reading. Here are just a few of the many, many picture books that we have enjoyed throughout the years. The first one is Good Night Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. We loved looking at the different things on each page to be able to say good night. We also love her book, The Runaway Bunny, which was first published in 1942. How cool is that to be able to share these reading memories? The same reading memories your parents or even grandparents had with their parents sharing this story. The next book is The Going to Bed book by Sarah Boynton. Her books are so fun and a favorite of our family. The next is The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. This book was published in 1969, yet still it is sold somewhere in the world every 30 seconds. We love many of his books, as well as his abstract artwork. If you ever get to see The Very Hungry Caterpillar and other Eric Carle favorites by the Mermaid Theatre of Nova Scotia, please do. It is super fun and so well done. The next book is that of The Tales of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. Who doesn't love Peter Rabbit and the beautiful illustrations that go along with the story? Did you know that Beatrice and her little brother, Bertram, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, kept a lot of pets? Their nursery was a home to a frog named Punch, a hedgehog, newts, caged birds, 2 lizards, a tortoise, bats, and a snake called Sally, as well as snails. Beatrice was homeschooled. It's interesting, the story was first rejected by publishers. She later self-published the book at the age of 36. Now, this is one of the best-selling children's books of all times. It's an amazing story. The next is Sheep in a Jeep by Nancy Shaw. This book is super hilarious, super cute, and super fun. The next one is How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight by Jan Yuln and Mark Teague. Since Sammy C. number 3 was an absolute dinosaur lover, this series was a hit. You will also love the illustrations in the book. They're beautiful. The next book is A Sick Day for Amos McGee. This is such a super sweet story about the importance of helping out friends and family when they may not be feeling good. The next book is Bear Can't Sleep by Karma Wilson. We absolutely love the bear stories. They are so much fun and super sweet. We read every single one of them. The next book is The Lion and the Mouse. Let's see if I can get it the right direction. By Jerry Pinkney. This book does not have any words. Instead, it has beautiful illustrations that tell the story of Aesop's fable. We also love Judy Barrett's books like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. This book is behind the movie. Also, she has another book called Animals Should Definitely Not Wear Clothing. It is hilarious, as well as one of our all-time favorites, Never Take a Shark to the Dentist. We had to buy this one since we read it so many times. The next book is Stelluna by Janelle Cannon. This is the book that Sammy C. number 2 loved so much that even as an adult, he sat down and read it again. There's also a movie. Poor Stelluna is separated from her mother before she's old enough to fly, but she's able to find friends along the way. a beautiful example of the importance of being kind to others, like ones who may feel alone, maybe moving to an unfamiliar area. The next book is that of The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. This is a beautiful book that teaches a valuable lesson of sharing and how much happier we are when we do so. The next book is Click, Clack, Moo Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin. This book is hilarious. It almost makes you feel bad for poor old Farmer Brown. The next one is Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney. This is such a beautiful story about trying to explain how much we love someone. Sometimes words just aren't big enough. It is so heartwarming. The next book is Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus by Mo Williams. The illustrations and story is perfect. It's a simple story, but introduces the idea of keeping promises and not allowing people to persuade you to do something you're not supposed to do. He has so many fun books, like Knuffle Bunny. This one is hilarious as well. Another one we really enjoyed was Llama Llama Red Pajama by Anne Dooney. Super fun and reassuring story of how a parent comes back. Now I want to warn you before you read this book, you're going to be making your child into a pizza quite a bit. This is called Pizza by William Stago. The next book is Pizza by William Stago. I do want to warn you before reading this book, you will be making your child into a pizza repeatedly. It is a super fun, silly book, and it shows the importance of how silliness and laughing can help cheer others up. This one is Surviving Mom by Sammy C. This is a super fun comic of real life of living under one roof with 3 dyslexics. The next one is Frogville, a Pictureless Picture Book, Book 1 by Sammy C. These stories are about 4 frog friends that go on adventures together. These 2 books, 1 and 2, are a lot of fun because they allow you to use your imagination as you listen to the story. It even has room for you to draw what you see is happening in the story in your imagination, and the author would love to see your illustrations. The next book is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie by Laura Numeroff. This is a fun book that explores the consequences of giving an energetic little mouse a cookie, full of fun and laughs. Fun and laughs. The next book is Guji Guji by Chayuwan Chen. Sorry if I did not pronounce that properly. This is a beautiful story about loyalty to family, and how we still can be family even though we may look different. For those who love pictures, but also love input, here are a few of our favorites. Have you ever heard of the term coolie or coolies? This name refers to an unskilled Asian worker, usually of Chinese or Indian descent. Coolies were frequently transported to other countries in the 19th and 20th century as indentured laborers. Did you know that Chinese workers were an essential part of building the Central Pacific Railroad, the western section of the first transcontinental railroad across the United States? And this book describes their journey. It's called Coolies by Yin. This is about a boy and his brother who arrived in California to help bring the great railroad across the West. The next book is called I Am a Masterpiece by Maya Armstrong. This is an amazing girl who has a superpower. The book describes a bit about her living with Down syndrome and how people treat her. It is an absolute must-read. The next book is called The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, The Story of Temple Grandin, written by Julia Mosca. Temple Grandin has what's known as autism. She's an inventor, a professor, and a public speaker. This is an outstanding book to help people see that just because people are different, they are not less in any way. Temple Grandin tells us the importance of how many different brains are needed and are gifts to the world. Remember, it is those out-of-the-box thinkers that helped us to get to where we are today. The next book is The Adventures of Sammy and Stan. This follows two friends, a seagull that has problems with his eyes, and a lizard who is missing his tail. They go on an adventure to help others to see how amazing they are just the way they are. The next book is Have You Filled a Bucket Today? By Carol McLeod. This is an amazing book helping us to see the importance of being kind to others. We love Steve Jenkins' books. One I read over and over and over again was Down, Down, Down. This talks about the ocean life that you meet as you go deeper and deeper into the ocean. Another book he has is Stinkiest 20 Smelly Animals. It explains exactly what the title says. He has many more books about animals. Super fun way to learn. The next book is Henry's Freedom Box by Ellen Levine. This is a true story about Henry Brown, who actually mailed himself to freedom. The next book is A Spy Called James, the true story of James Lafayette, Revolutionary War Double Agent, by Anne Rockwell. This is a true story of James Lafayette, an enslaved person who spied for George Washington's army during the American Revolution. The next book is The Mousetronaut by astronaut Mark Kelly. Astronaut Mark Kelly, a 4-time veteran of a space shuttle, tells a story based on his experience and imagination. For those who love space travel, they will love this book. The next book is by Tormund Coleman. These books are fun and educational. The illustrations are out of this world amazing. Here are 3 of the books we enjoyed so much. The first one is Edison, The Mystery of the Missing Mouse Treasure. You will learn about Thomas Edison along the way on this amazing adventure. The next one is Lindbergh, The Tale of the Flying Mouse. Look at the detail. It's amazing. It just blows my mind how incredible the illustrations are in this book. Also, Einstein, The Fantastic Journey of a Mouse Through Space and Time. The next books are the Who Was books. These books may seem small, but they are packed with so much information about the person. They also have What Was, which are really fun as well. There is also this series, True Tales of Childhood, from kid authors, kid artists, kid inventors, as well as athletes and some others. These are really packed with a lot of amazing information as well about these people as children. Another super fun way to learn and read is with the DK Encyclopedias. These are amazing. Sammy C number 3 loved encyclopedias, so we have almost every one of these. They have super fun illustrations and are not overly filled with words, which makes it very appealing. So these are just a few of our favorite picture books here at Sammy C Press. We hope that you enjoy some of them, as well as make some of your own discoveries. Continue to read and be an explorer digging for treasure. Until next time.